The third group which are important in the context of artisans were that of the vastrakaras or the weavers. We have reference to the weaving community known as the tantubaya in the Pali canonical literature. But what is interesting is that a tantubaya is differentiated from a tunnavaya and from a suchikara. So, we have a weaver, we have a needle maker, and we have a splendor. So, when you have different kinds of crafts, having different kinds of people working on these, you can understand that these were highly specialized, and we shall see later on that these crafts were highly localized also. Varanasi remained a very important place where you have a continuous tradition of weaving. But apart from Varanasi, there are other places in North India which also saw the weaving tradition flourish during the period of our choice. Another very important craft related to urban life was that of a jeweler, manikara. We have the presence of different kinds of precious metals, semi-precious stones, jewelers' workshop found from archaeological sites. So, when the Pali literature gives us reference to a manikara and talks about the presence of manikara in the society, we can very well tally it with the field archaeological materials where you have excavations which give us findings about different beads, very important semi-precious stones. For example, we have presence of lapis lazuli which has been brought from Afghanistan, we have carnelian, we have agate, jade, and so a whole gamut of beads and semi-precious stones in the early historic period. So, this kind of presence of archaeological material supplemented by literature is very important for understanding the nature of the crafts group in this period. We do not have much information regarding the dantakara, that is the ivory workers, but their presence is recorded and they definitely were a very specialized craft group. In the later period, in the post-Mauryan period, we find that the ivory workers were very active and they were much in demand because ivory was a product which was used in the trade network and which was a luxury item and had great purchase value. Regarding the suchakara, the needle maker, what is interesting is that a suchakara is differentiated from a suchi vanijja. So, you have reference to suchakara, a needle maker, and then you have reference to a needle trader, which suggests that some sort of trading activity was going on in needles. We have reference to suchaka, who is a needler, and a suchaka's occupation was using needle for goading animals, and so he was castrated in a society and not looked upon very positively by the Varna society. The kosiyakara, who is a silk weaver, often violated the regulations of the Varna society, because in the Varna society there is an injunction, or even in the Buddhist and Jain society you have injunction of not to kill animals. But as we know that silk was woven from a silkworm, and to sustain his family, kosiyakara had to violate the norms of a Buddhist or a Jaina society, Jaina strict scriptures.